I'll get him high, show him what I got.
How's everybody doing? Good, good. Give it up for Cisco. We didn't tell you guys that, but he gets colonoscopies once a week. Yeah. That's his DJ. He thinks that's hilarious. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. I am comedian Steph K. I hear this a lot. Steph, why don't you use your last name? And I tell them it's Kulik, and they're like, man, that is a pretty cool last name. And I'm like, that's real punny. And I'm like, it's cool if you didn't grow up with it. Because I'm now Stephanie Kulik. Growing up, I was Stephanie Cool, lick my dick. Yeah. Third grade people. Third grade. Imagine the trauma. You know? I couldn't wait till I graduated high school. You know, I was like, I'm gonna get rid of this town, I'm gonna leave this name. I'm walking up to the stage to graduate. Principal goes, oh, look who's coming. Let's put your hands together for our next graduate. Stephanie, Cool, lick my dick. I said, son of a bitch. I walked up, grabbed the diploma, the microphone, and I said, thanks a lot, Dad. Yeah. My dad. Yeah. That's the origin story to me becoming a stand-up comedian. You know? Some women would have just gone off crazy, just given unsolicited hummers their whole life. You know, I talk into a microphone. I don't see any similarities at all. Yeah, I don't. I know. I know, right? My own dad. Gotta be serious for a minute though. Something really upsetting happened to me last week. Some random stranger came up to me and told me that I had a big butt. And I need to talk about it tonight. Well, you never know. You never know. Look, I was just in the park working out, doing some squats, right? And this little tiny Asian lady came up to me. She's as big as my finger. And she's like, oh, if I do those exercises, can I get a big butt like you? And I'm like, is this bitch insulting me or complimenting me? Because I can't tell. And I said, you know what, I'll go with complimenting, you know, because I trust people. So for the next 10 minutes, we just did squats like a sensei and their student, you know. I might have gone a little overboard. She couldn't walk and we were done. But my thought process was, you know what? She might have been complimenting me, but if she was insulting me, I needed to punish her. And then I'm standing there, then I'm going, you know, then I do push-ups, you know, like us veterans do, you know? Because we gotta stay ready in case Uncle Sam wants us back on the front lines, you know? And I don't know how I say that with a straight face. Because the only front lines I know is a McDonald's drive-thru. You know? So yeah, so it's been a crazy week. It's good to be here, Friday night, hanging out, stand-up comedy. I gotta tell you guys, I love doing stand-up. Because it helps me forget that I even have that thing called a day job. You know, day jobs. Younger people in here. Let's see, a day job is something that we Gen Xers had to get before OnlyFans came along. My day job, I've been a nurse for 20 years, and yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you guys are right not to clap, because you know why? I'm a bad nurse. I am. I called out of work to be here tonight. I did feel bad, and so I went in, and when they weren't looking, I just snuck back out. And they just think I'm on a really long smoke break. Thing is, I don't smoke. I carry around a pack of cigarettes. And when they ask me to do nasty nurse shit, I'm like, you know I smoke. Come on. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, holy crap. Steph seems like a very caring nurse. Where was she when I was in the hospital? Come on, catch on. Smoke break. Smoke break. Maybe doing a comedy show. I don't know. And I hear this all the time. Steph, why stand up? You're a nurse. And the answer is I was tired. 20 years. Long time to be killing your patients. I said, Steph, you gotta kill people with laughter and not incompetence. So here I am trying my best, Plus my husband, he's told me for years I was funny. And let's be honest, ladies, this is a man. A simple man. A man that, well, gets a whole lot of blowjobs. And hopefully, all by me. So I didn't trust him. So I went to my patients for their advice. Because you know what, they're in the hospital. What else they got to do there, I said, how do you think I would be as a stand-up comedian? And my one patient, can't mention any names, HIPAA. I like to call her DOB. Not date of birth. Dumb old bitch. Because she was mean. She said, honey, you can't be any worse a comedian than you are a nurse. I was like, what? She's like, in fact, I ain't said this to anybody before, but please, for the love of God, quit your fucking day job. Yeah, but you know what? R.I.P. D.O.B. Yeah, she kicked the bucket, man. And she was right, because I was her nurse. I had no idea that she was even sick. 20 years, she is the first patient that made me go, oh my God. So that's why insulin is so important to those diabetics. Yeah, I know. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better, sir. I'm watching you. I can't see him, but I don't think he's even laughed all the time. But anyway, you know what? I might be a crap nurse, but for some reason I'm a really good mother. And it doesn't make any sense to me because they pay me to be a nurse. And being a mom costs me money. My kids are 18, 20, and 26. And I love them. Just like you guys love. Any parents in here? Make some noise. Hell yeah. We're ready for those kids tonight. I love them, but I think I loved mine a little bit too much. Because these little sons of bitches will not move out of my house. And I tried everything, man. One day, I put my foot down and I said, you know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. One of you fuckers has to go. And it landed on my daughter. And I was like, oh my God, my only daughter? Bye-bye, gotta go. And I kicked her out. Yeah. And I was so proud for a minute, you know what I mean? And then I started cleaning her room. Turns out my daughter, she's only cute on the outside. And on the inside, she is a dirty, disgusting human being. Because her room was a disaster. I found plates stuck together. I found forks I thought I'd lost years ago in her mattress. And then don't get me started on all the condom wrappers in there. Yeah. And that pissed me off. I said, all the sex going on in this house and none in my bedroom. That irritated me. But thankfully, the little hussy is on the pill. Because I found her birth control packs all over her room. But I noticed some of them were half taken. And I was like, holy shit. My kid is running the streets of Florida in college, and she doesn't know how birth control works. And then I was like, aw, like mother, like daughter. Turns out the nasty little heifer, she likes to vape too. I found a bin full of vapes in her room. Now, I've never smoked. I tried once when I was 18, only because I'd heard it helped you lose weight. So for one whole day back in 1990, I smoked a whole pack of Marlboro Reds. Found out they lied. I didn't lose shit. I got a gigantic headache and a big buzz. And I'm like, well, maybe that's why I've never been skinny, because I never explored nicotine. So I sat down and I went to town on those vapes. And it worked that time because I could feel the fat melting off my body. And that's when I realized, uh-oh, my kid also does acid. And I was just tripping. So I'm tweaking, right? I'm tweaking. I come across this pink, sparkly vape. And I'm like, man, when did Barbie get in the vape game? Yeah. So I went to smoke it. My son pokes his head around the door and he's like, oh, Mom, you probably don't want to do that because that's her dildo. Her dildo, people. Her dildo. Let me tell you something. I spit that pink pleasure missile out of my mouth and I sprinted to the bathroom and I scrubbed my hands like I have never scrubbed. And maybe you guys are like, Steph, your hands? You had... Can I tell my joke, man? It sounds to me like you might have been in a certain situation before, too. And you guys might be like, your hands. Ma'am, thank you. But listen, hear me out, I'm a nurse, okay? Hand hygiene is everything, okay? Second, it was just a split second, okay? I think I can invoke the 5-second rule here. And 3, I'm 52. There has been much worse in my mouth, okay? Yeah. And after all that, she has the nerve to get mad at me. She's like, oh my God, Mom, you totally invaded my privacy when you went through my room. And I'm like, you know what? Your room, my house. That makes it my room. And if possession is 9/10 of the law, we all know what that means, don't we? That means Mama has got herself a new toy. I know what you guys are thinking. Like, holy shit, is this Steph a superhero or what? You know, I mean, on paper, I look pretty good. You know, I'm killing it as a nurse. Literally. I'm the perfect wife, and I can say that because my husband is not here tonight. And I have 3 kids I'm still proud of, okay? There's not a serial killer in the bunch yet. But I'm here to let you know that we also screw up. Because just last week, I permanently traumatized one of my kids. Because he saw me, well, naked. All right, I don't know how any other way to say it. Really, ma'am? Yeah, and it was accidental, okay? We're not those kind of whites, okay? I'm just here to let you know. Yeah, it was ugly. I was just drying off in the shower and he barges in. And immediately, our eyes locked. And it got quiet and tense. Kind of like in here right now. Except I got clothes on. And then he screamed and I laughed. I said, eyes up here, kid. My eyes are up here. And then he ran away. I gotta tell you guys something. I don't know what this says about me as a mother, but my first thought was not, oh my God, my kid just saw me naked. No. It was thank you, Jesus, that I got that boob job. Because now that kid knows those saggy old titties that he tried to suck the life out of when he was a baby, they've been remodeled. And even better yet, with his frickin' college.